Yo, guys, I hope you're well. So, guys, it's been a while since I last did a reaction, but today we've got a reaction, and I think it's fitting. It ties in with Christmas, it ties in with all the bits and pieces going on with Keir Starmer's government, the winter fuel allowance payments, this, that, and everything else with the old age pensioners. So, guys, this I believe is a parody, and it's been doing the rounds for 2 or 3 weeks already. And it's a parody on Mud's Cold This Christmas. And this track is, I think it's being released for charity, and it's called Freezing This Christmas. And it's the official video by Sir Starmer and the Granny Harmers. And it's a parody of Mud. So, guys, I'm just desperate to hear this. And yeah, let's get it.
That's full of cold. Try to imagine being 80 years old. Oh, that's where I...
So I need to take the captions off. So I didn't realise we had captions on this already. So yeah, I've got my internet working sort of intermittently. I've had so many issues here, but won't talk about that. But let's wheel this back, guys. So yeah, I think it's just put yourself in the shoes of someone who has had their winter fuel allowance taken away from them. Put yourself in the shoes for these people through no fault of their own who are going to have hardships over the coming days and weeks with the winter fuel payments no longer accessible to them as we approach Christmas.
Try to imagine a house that's full of cold. Try to imagine being 80 years old. Well, that's where I'll be since Keir left me. I wish tears could heat my home. What can I do without fuel? I've got no place to go.
So he says, where will I be because I've got no fuel to heat my home? But it was the lyric about the tears that got me. I wish tears could heat my home. Absolute. It hits me so much here in the heart. So these people are suffering so badly. And it seems that the tears are plentiful. So if they could turn tears into fuel, OAPs would be absolutely fine, because there are plenty of tears that have been shed and plenty of tears that will be shed and will be continued to be shed. And if they could collect those tears, they could turn those tears into fuel, because Keir Starmer is not listening to them. That is so sad.
Wish tears could heat my home. What can I do without fuel? I've got no place to go. It'll be freezing this Christmas without fuel at home. It'll be freezing this Christmas while Keir Starmer's warm. It'll be cold, so cold, without fuel at home this Christmas.
She told me that she doesn't get out of bed till midday because she didn't want to turn the heating on.
She doesn't get out of bed till midday because she doesn't want to turn the heating on. So half a day is wasted, in effect, because if she got out of bed, she'd have to somehow keep warm. So that's the only way she can save, is to literally stay in bed for half the day, so at least she can heat the home for the other half of the day. That is no way for people to be living in Great Britain in this day and age. It is wicked and cruel.
Time I remember, I've paid taxes all my life. I cried as I wonder, will I make it? Will my wife? I just break down as I look around, and the only things I see are foreign wars and open doors and a freezing OAP.
I look around and all I see is foreign wars and open doors and freezing OAPs. That is a sad indictment of modern day Great Britain.
It'll be freezing this Christmas while our money goes abroad. It'll be freezing this Christmas. Rachel Reeves is a fraud.
I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that at all.
While our money goes abroad, it'll be freezing this Christmas. Rachel Reeves is a fraud. It'll be cold, so cold, without fuel at home this Christmas.
We inherited a situation where there was a £22 billion black hole.
£22 billion black hole. Fix the foundations. All the same nonsense they keep repeating, repetitious style, trying to brainwash the people. It's not on. Rachel Reeves lied about not going after the pensioners. She lied. Lied.
We inherited a situation where there was a £22 billion black hole in the public finances.
Do you remember last year when Rishi was here? We never thought there'd be an end. And I remember looking at you then, and I remember thinking that next Christmas things won't be this bad for us. But darling, this year things are even worse. And we really need warmth. And two-tier Keir doesn't care at all. It'll be freezing this Christmas without fuel at home. It'll be freezing this Christmas while Keir Starmer's warm. It'll be cold, so cold, without fuel at home this Christmas.
Wow, that was amazing. And the guy sounded so much like the lead singer from Mud. I actually heard that song, the original, just a few weeks back on one of these. I can't remember what channel you call it, but basically it was dealing Christmas songs, etc., etc. And that song was an incredible song. I remember listening to that when I was a kid, listening to people like Mud, Shawty Waddy, Shakin' Stevens, etc., etc. And it's an absolutely beautiful song, but it's so sad that this song has now been used for such a horrific cause. And when I say horrific, I mean horrific because this government has absolutely targeted pensioners. And I believe, this is my opinion, that the government has blamed the pensioners for UK siding for Brexit. So basically, they think by taking out the pensioners, then they'll get retribution against the pensioners. And also, this government believes that the pensioners are not contributing. So if you're not a contributor, a net contributor, then you must be a net consumer. So they want to get rid of the pensioners by any means necessary. So if they freeze them out and starve them out, then eventually the pensioners will be gotten out. And I think that's a wicked and cruel way to target people who built this country from the 1950s. So from the Second World War onwards, these are the people who actually built this country and got it to the position where we were once again a major power in the world. But for some reason, Keir Starmer he's got problems with the pensioners. So he pilfers from the pensioners' pockets, and he does that all the time. Not good. But for this song, I thought this song was fantastic, people. It hit the relevant and the salient points 100% on each and every time. And it's really sad to think that your parents, my parents, and even friends that you may know as well are now suffering in silence because most pensioners don't complain. They suffer in silence. I can't even begin to think what it would be like to be a pensioner and to have to choose between heating and eating this winter, this Christmas. It's shocking. It's shocking. What do we do? What do we do? Guys, that was just unbelievable. I hope you enjoyed that. So here at Urb'n Barz, I've got my own issues. And yeah, I'm not too happy with what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing over the last few months. But it is what it is. But I remember years before I used to actually rewrite lyrics to songs. So I actually heard this song just now and I thought it'd be fitting to rewrite a few of these lyrics. So I actually wrote some lyrics to this song about it be freezing this Christmas. And this is for Sir Starmer. It'll be freezing this Christmas. OAPs are crying. It'll be freezing this Christmas thanks to Starmer. They're dying. It'll be cold. It'll be cold. It'll be freezing this Christmas. Kiss forced them to compete. It'll be freezing this Christmas. Do they heat or eat? It'll be cold. It'll be cold. And that is what Keir Starmer's done to people. It's forced them to have to choose between heating and eating. It's not right. Anyway, guys, I hope you have an absolutely cracking Christmas. I hope if any OAPs are watching that somehow or other, you can find ways to make the difference, the gap between the winter fuel allowance payment that you would and should have got. Hopefully you can make that stretch and that you're not going to be too badly affected this winter. I just hope that you can make ends meet. And yeah, let's get together beginning of next year and let's work together to, get this man out of government. Anyway, everyone have a great Christmas, have a happy new year, and make certain to come back to the next Urb'n Barz reaction, guys. I'm out.